some of you are not. For those of you who are not, let me tell you a little bit real quick about it. The organization has been in existence since 1995. We are one of North Carolina's largest Latino organizations, and part of our core values are strengthening the Latino community, and we do this through outreach, education, advocacy, and on several issues, whether it be education or health care or immigration or participating in the census. We are one of the strongest voices for Latinos in North Carolina, which is kind of brings us to why it is that we're doing this. As professional representatives of the community-based organization, academic institutions, city and state government, small businesses, environmental organizations, all kinds of organizations throughout North Carolina community. We've requested your presence tonight, not only because we appreciate what you do, but because we understand the power that a lot of the folks that are here have in the community. And we value the fairness and equal access that Latinos should have in North Carolina, and we think you can bring that to a lot of the Latino community. This brings us to the roundtable discussions that we're going to be co-hosting here tonight. Climate change and global warming, how it impacts North Carolina, the Latino Hispanic community, and why we as local leaders should care. Whether it's drought, floods, storms, wildfires, whatever, Latinos are very vulnerable in North Carolina. And Katrina is a great example of how vulnerable we really are. Tonight we seek to have an honest dialogue about the growing problems that for far too long have remained obscure to Latino and African American communities as well, who bear the blunt of the impacts of some of these things. Tonight we will learn how this global change urges, how world leaders are being urged tonight, especially like in what's going on in Copenhagen, to do things not only in climate change, but in a lot of the other things that have to do with green, if you will, whether it be energy consumption or pollution or a lot of the other things that are going on with our environment. The National Latino Coalition for Climate Change, or NLCCC, is here to inform us about these global changes and also to present with us what are some of the chances to promote the health of our community while creating the much needed jobs and economic growth within the Latino community itself. As you may know, in North Carolina, we have a rather high unemployment rate. It's about 11% right now, and within the Latino community, it's probably even a little bit higher than that. So we need to take some action to be able to rectify this. This transition that we're going through in North Carolina from manufacturing to computers, biotech, and all these other things that are going on here have hurt us to a certain extent. So we need to be able to figure out how we're going to change some of the incomes that our community can have. Our speakers in this roundtable and on the Green Jobs Training and Employment and Information session will give you some insight as to how we can fight climate change, promote renewable energy, and spur the creation of what they call quality green jobs. We've all heard talk about federal dollars going into these types of jobs. The challenge that we face is ensuring that North Carolina workforce and its constituents are served by these jobs and can take advantage of some of the possibilities that there are here. I'd like to introduce Rafael, excuse me because I'm going to mess this up, Fantausi. How could I possibly mess that up? Rafael Fantausi, who's the chair of the Latino Coalition on Climate Change, president and CEO of the National Puerto Rican Coalition, a national Hispanic nonpartisan nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C., whose mission is to strengthen the social, political, and economic well-being of Puerto Rican community in the island and in the mainland. Rafael?